Robert Kiyosaki just predicted how the United States economy will collapse. I'm going to explain this to you in one simple, fast step. Let's start by going over the backside of the power curve. To explain this further and show how it applies to the economy, editor, go ahead and throw up a recent text I got from my good buddy, Robert Kiyosaki himself. Pilots call it the backside of the power curve. Raising the nose of the aircraft and adding power causes the aircraft to sink faster. That is what rookie pilots do, especially when the engine stalls or aircraft stalls during a landing. And here's where he starts to turn it into a metaphor for the economy. An attempt for a quote-unquote soft landing turns into a crash. Exactly what the Fed and Treasury are doing today. We all know Robert is one of the greatest storytellers of our generation, and he has an incredible talent for taking complex topics and putting them in terms that are very simple. And I think he has outdone himself, in this case, with the backside of the power curve. So the plane is flying along normally, everything is stable, and all of a sudden, something goes wrong with an engine. You can tell by my incredible artistic ability that this engine has caught fire. What the rookie pilot does, which is kind of intuitive, is they want to give it more power. They want to pull up because they want to gain altitude. They're worrying about losing altitude and crashing. But unfortunately, what this does is it causes the plane to stall and actually lose speed, making that crash inevitable. And it's the exact same thing with the U.S. economy. So we start off right here, and just like the plane, everything is stable. You can see the average Joe has a smile on his face. Business XYZ, doing pretty good. But then something happens. The economy starts to slow down. The average Joe starts freaking out, saving money, decreasing aggregate demand. The businesses start laying off employees to tighten their belt because they see gray skies on the horizon. And then, just like the rookie pilot, your drunk, insolvent Uncle Sam, the government, and the Federal Reserve come in and try to do more quantitative easing. They try to do more fiscal spending. But unfortunately, what this does is it slows down the economy even more. It makes it worse, just like the plane losing airspeed as the rookie pilot gives it more power and pulls up. And then when the economy really starts to stall, you can see the average Joe is almost passed out here. and the companies are yelling for help. Your drunk, insolvent Uncle Sam and the Federal Reserve, the central planners, come in with more and more and more of what caused the problem in the first place. And this, just like the plane, leads to the inevitable collapse of the U.S. economy. So what should be done if the economy slows down? How do you address the problem properly? Well, as you'd imagine, it's the exact same thing as the plane. See, Robert told me that the correct thing to do when your engine goes out is actually point the stick down, point the nose down, and gain speed. And as you gain speed, going straight to the ground, although that's extremely counterintuitive, it allows you to pull up and then land softly. And it's the exact same thing with the economy. Instead of doing all of these government and central planning interventions, they should step back, do less, and allow the free market to take over. The private sector, the average Joe and Jane, the small and mid-sized businesses. That is the equivalent of giving that plane more and more airspeed. And it's the only way that we can ensure the economy not only survives, but actually thrives in the future. And one thing Robert wanted to make sure I included in this video was a direct quote where he said, regardless of what you think of the Marines, they're nowhere near as stupid as the PhDs at the Federal Reserve. Semper Fi, my friend. Semper Fi. For more content that'll help you build wealth and thrive in a world of out-of-control central banks and big governments, check out this playlist right here. I will see you on the next video.